welcome here to Madison High School. Bruce Rooker with you here. This is the last of the JV game, and there it is, 52-39. Hi, Steve Bowen.
Yeah, hi, Bruce. Madison wins.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to take off on you.
Okay, sounds good. We will have the congratulatory handshake as we are in the the pregame show, the McDonald's pregame show early because of senior night. And right now we're going to play a new game. Guess the back of the head. Whose head is that? If you said, come on now, you can still guess. They're getting it, straighten his hair out. Oh, you can't see him. There he is. Okay, if you guessed Bruce Blanchard, you're right. With a close shave. Who doesn't even know he's on. See, and there's another mother. See? Yep, there they are. See? Right. Oh, they're going to sit down now. Well, time now for the senior night is what they're going to do to begin with. After the school song there, they'll get things taken care of. Let's see, we've got to get, we're working to getting senior night going here. Here comes the Bobcats as they come walking out here. We'll do senior night. They'll go back in the locker room, and then we'll, see, here they come, senior night. I wonder if I can. I'm not for sure if we'll be able to pick them up or not. Eric Wills doing the PA announcing. Here comes the Bobcats out. They'll sit. The whole team.
Ladies and gentlemen, as is tradition, the last regular season home game, we take a few minutes to honor the senior cheerleaders, the senior basketball players, their parents, as well as the coaches and their husbands and wives.
As we'll be doing the senior cheerleaders, the senior basketball players. I know they have talked with the officials here this evening, so going to start with the cheerleaders.
If they'll start gathering here in the northeast corner of the gym floor with their parents. Real quickly, we have a couple of notes before we get started. Pete and Bridget Patterson, your vehicle is still parked illegally in a handicapped stall where you move that. As well as we have a white Suburban 93, license plate 18CD.
Well, first off, they have to do a little bit of housekeeping. Get somebody to move out of the parking lot or the handicap stall.
All right, now we'll focus your attention to the northeast corner of the gymnasium, and we will begin with our senior cheerleaders and their parents. Our first senior cheerleader this evening is Lindy Sherman, accompanied by her parents Joe and Lori Sherman. Our next senior cheerleader this evening is Miss Gordon Hopkinson, accompanied by her parents, Chris and Marcel Johnson. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Sierra Jensen, accompanied by her parents, Stephanie and Tim Jensen. is Miss Lindsay Sewell, Lindsay Sewell, accompanied by her parents Rich and Candace Sewell. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Cicely Johnson, accompanied by her parents Michael and Laurie. Our next senior cheerleader is Miss Katie Fisher, her parents Sean and Katie Fisher. And the co-captain for this year, Miss Nicole Jacobson, and her parents Doug and Tracy Jacobson. And our final cheerleader this evening, the captain for this year, Miss Aubrey Wills. And her parents Tammy and Eric Wills, but she's being accompanied by her grandfather, Lloyd Hemming. Her father's busy right now.
Of course, that is her father speaking.
And
Yeah.
our cheer coaches for this year, our advisor and coach, Kelly Cooper, and her husband Josh. You can stand up.
I heard Lane is leaving today on this.
Yeah,
And
yes, go.
Diane MacArthur and her husband Ray MacArthur.
Alright, just really quickly wanted to say thanks, especially to our coaches because they've been so great this year. They took us further so we could be the best that we can be. We also want to thank our girls. They're so wonderful. They our team is nothing better than they are. Especially our parents as well. They're always there to support us and they're at every game and we're grateful for them. And so yeah, thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, your senior cheer class of 2011-2012. And now for our senior boys and their parents. Our first senior this evening, Cash Merrill, and his parents, Rick and Luna Merrill. Our next senior this evening, Spencer Williams, and his parents, Greg and Christine Williams.
You're doing good.
Our next senior this evening, Riker Pierce, and his parents, Philip and Lynette Pierce. Our next senior, Robert Hewison, and his parents, Mike and Connie Hewison. Our senior manager, Andrew Johnson, and his parents, Annie and Melody Johnson.
Hey, Shaggy. Wait, where's
We'd
your
like Mr. Robert Matthews and his wife Lori. Isaiah Hawkins and his wife Jacqueline. And Coach Scott White and his wife Christina. And our head coach, Mr. Bill Hawkins and his wife Peggy. Congratulations all the players, cheerleaders, parents, coaches, wives, and husbands. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior class of 2011-2012.
Well, now that that he has taken care of it, it's one of those things that we do have to take care of. Amazing that it's already here, Steve.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I missed, a good portion of it. I'd like to throw in a little quip on Peggy.
Okay.
Peggy does not like limelight. She's an adorable lady. I've known her for years and years. And one year when I did the announcing, Peggy was sitting right next to me, and Peggy says, "Oh, good, I don't have to go down on the floor." And now, Coach Bill Hawkins and his lovely wife, Peggy, she turned to me, she says, "You made me go down on the floor."
You probably were in big trouble at that point, too.
Yeah.
All right, well, that wraps that situation up. It's always fun to have, a recognition of all those seniors.
Yeah, well, they put in a lot of years. You figure a couple of them may have played as 7th graders on the 8th grade team.
That's right.
And then 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's a lot of time given to Madison School District by these young men and women.
That's exactly right. So as we get ready to go here this evening, it will be the McDonald's pregame show continuing. As we have a few minutes up on the clock, we're going to tell you saw that in the JV end of things. Sure, it was a big score. I didn't write it down.
I didn't either. You always do.
I know. I can't believe I didn't. Well, here come the Bobcats ready for their warm-ups. We'll be back right after this here in the McDonald's pregame show.
I usually write.
What are you doing?
Stealing a pickle off your Big Mac?
Please don't.
Okay.
The Big Mac needs every pickle, okay? Like it needs all the onions, the lettuce, the cheese, the 100% beef. I don't think you get the consequences of your pickle thievery, and maybe you don't get me.
I'll put the pickle back.
I'd appreciate it.
The legendary Big Mac sandwich. The simple joy of complete fulfillment.
Double your fulfillment at your local McDonald's and get 2 classic Big Mac sandwiches for only $3.50. Hurry in, this offer won't last long. When you're looking for that great real estate deal, there's no one better than Idaho's Real Estate and Rod Jones. Rod has his finger on the pulse of the real estate industry here in eastern Idaho with nearly 20 years of experience. Rod is a certified residential specialist and is ready to help you with residential, commercial, investment, and of course, farm and ranch. So call Rod Jones at Idaho's Real Estate. His phone number is really easy to remember. It's 356-0000 or 313-0000. Idaho's Real Estate and Rod Jones, the difference between listed and sold. Main Street Diamonds at 41 East Main in Rexburg is your hometown jewelry store. With the largest selection of bridal sets and the largest selection of loose diamonds, Rick Merrill and Frank Hadry will help you pick the set that's just perfect for her. And if you don't see it, they'll make it just for you. With a complete repair and fabrication facility, with the best guarantee in the business, you find it anywhere else lower priced, and they'll refund the difference. Main Street Diamonds, your hometown jewelry store. Call them at 356-5551 or stop in at 41 East Main, Main Street Diamonds. Barton Consulting at 343 East, 4th North, Suite 243 here in Rexburg can take care of all your web design, internet marketing, and outsourced software design services at affordable prices throughout the United States. I'm proud to say Barton Consulting is our web specialist here at TriStar ComNet at EISNlive.com. Their expertise is in making custom websites made to your specifications, along with search engine optimization, along with marketing on the web to increase your traffic while providing a clean, attractive, and usable website for your customers. So contact Barton Consulting. They are fast, fair, and friendly with great rates. They've been great for me. Call 888-379-1357. That's 888-379-1357. Barton Consulting. You're watching TriStar ComNet at EISNlive.com, where we bring you more high school sports and more community events live and archived than any other broadcaster.
And welcome back here to Madison High School as we are in the McDonald's pregame show. We do bring you more as a historic night the other night with 9 of the events on during that night, 8 at one time, and it's been just an exciting time. As we've got so much happening here at the end of this year. Well, let's take a look here real quickly at these two teams. Blackfoot comes in with a 6-10 record, Steve, as their last game they defeated Shelley at Shelley in overtime, 64-53 by 11 points in the last 4 minutes there of overtime.
Yeah, and if you're going to put the game together, the end of the season is when you want to put it together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, their biggest win for the Broncos was back on the 14th of December against Century when they won by 17 points, 66-49. Their biggest loss was to Rigby back on the 6th of January when they lost 73-39.
Wow. And, well, we all know Rigby has a good team this year.
Absolutely. The Broncos are averaging 58 points a game and allowing their opponents, though, to average 63 points per game.
Well, they're on the losing side of 500.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're running about 375,
yeah.
.375.
So that can be expected.
Right. Well, the Madison Bobcats coming in a nice ball game, 13-5 on the season. Of course, some people are saying 16-5. It is not because you can't count the Junior B games with Salmon and with Teton. So 13-5. They're averaging 61 points a game, only allowing their opponents 55 points a game. They have a .722 win average. They have scored. They're 1 point shy of scoring 1,100 points so far. I think they'll do that in this game.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think they'll get that 1 point. Their biggest loss, of course, was back on the 10th of December, and that was against the Highland Rams at Highland. That was a 13-point loss, 57-44. That 44 points is the lowest scoring point total that the Madison Bobcats have had during the whole year.
Okay. Now, I remember that Highland game.
Yeah, I do too. Their biggest win was against the Bonneville Bees on the 6th of January when they played them here. They had a 64-42 win, a 22-point win. They scored the highest points they've scored in a game was the last game, was the Bonneville game back on the 27th when they scored 85 points.
Wow. Well, we had 80.
It was 85-65, a 20-point win.
85, yeah.
So, of course, the Bobcats have tonight. Then they're off. This is senior night. This is one of the last conference games they have. And then they play at Shelley on the 10th. That's it for the Bobcats, folks.
Yeah, one more game.
Wow.
And girls will be going to state if they make it. Boys will be playing district.
Absolutely. Well, we'll tell you about the conference and about how these two teams have fared, and we'll talk with Coach Hawkins when we return here on the McDonald's pregame show. Glad to have you with us here tonight.
What are you doing?
Stealing a pickle off your Big Mac?
Please don't.
Okay.
The Big Mac needs every pickle, okay? Like it needs all the onions, the lettuce, the cheese, the 100% beef. I don't think you get the consequences of your pickle thievery, and maybe you don't get me.
I'll put the pickle back.
I'd appreciate it.
The legendary Big Mac sandwich. The simple joy of complete fulfillment.
Double your fulfillment at your local McDonald's and get 2 classic Big Mac sandwiches for only $3.50. Hurry in, this offer won't last long. Merrill Quality Landscaping at 205 South 5th West is your full-service landscaping firm providing custom design and landscaping, sprinkler installation and repair, retaining walls, pavers, water features, along with fertilization, weed control, and holiday lighting. Whether you need lawn care or power raking, Merrill Quality Landscaping can help. There is no reason why your yard should be boring and drab. The experts at Merrill Quality Landscaping can turn any outdoor area into a work of art. So give them a call at 356-7508. That's 356-7508, where they'll amaze you with their quality landscaping and caring customer service. Merrill Quality Landscaping, where quality is their middle name.
Talking now with Coach Bill Hawkins with Madison Bobcats there. Wait a minute. This is like one of the first times we've done this, Coach.
It is, Bruce. It's kind of interesting, but we're getting down to the end. We have only 2 games left, and, of course, both league games and both big games, so it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. I mean, this is huge at the end of the season. You're leading the conference right now. But, boy, that could turn around in a heartbeat, can it?
Oh, yeah. It's just by 1 game, and, of course, Rigby has a heck of a ball club going for them, and the rest of the league is very tough. You look at Blackfoot the other night. They went into Shelley and knocked Shelley off in overtime there, Shelley, and they gave us everything we wanted down there, and of course I think they're coming on more and more and more. They won that state football championship, and that always gets you a little bit of a slow start basketball wise, and you got a new coach in Dan Hale who I think is doing very well, and Dan's doing a good job with them, and they're coming around. They're learning the system better and better, and it shows as the season has progressed.
And that's the thing, is it always takes time to learn the new system. It always takes time. And by the time that you get to districts, then, of course, you've had all that practice in between, which are called games, and then you get to districts, and then it really counts.
Well, exactly, and you just hope that you're playing your best basketball when it comes to that time, and that you're healthy. So that's a huge thing as well.
Well, speaking of that, how are we?
Well, what's really crazy is right before the last game on Tuesday night, the last drill of our practice, Riker went down with a sprained ankle. And, so in the Hillcrest game, he wasn't really full percent. He was able to play. I think he's a little better today, stuff, and it was just kind of crazy. It's the last little drill that we were doing, and it just happened. But anyway, I think we're pretty healthy. I think we got some sniffles, and everybody has those this time of year. But for the most part, knock on wood, we're pretty healthy.
Well, isn't that the way that usually happens, the last thing of a practice? Even if it wasn't planned, it now is the last thing of practice.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of a fluke thing.
All right. Well, Bill, you come into tonight's ball game. I just cannot believe that we're at senior night.
Well, I know it. It's just this year's gone by so fast. It really has. And we have 4 seniors who will be honored tonight. And of course, our manager also. It would be the 5th one. They've been with us for a long time, and it's always a neat night for them to be honored, and stuff. I just hope we can keep our focus. That's the big thing. Is a lot of times senior night tends to take away from the focus just a little bit, and I hope our kids can keep that and maintain that situation.
All right. Well, and of course, Blackfoot, they come to Madison. They always seem to play well up here.
Well, they do, and they're, like I said, they're playing better right now. And we snuck away with one down at their place. I didn't think we went in there with the urgency that we needed to have, and they came out with a lot of urgency and gave us everything we wanted, and we snuck it away from them in that second half. But I'll tell you what, they're a team to contend with. They've got a lot of fine athletes, 2 good classes together, a senior class along with the junior class. And I'll tell you, like I said, they're starting to figure things out. They're going to be a tough team in the tournament. They're going to be a tough team tonight.
Absolutely. Well, Bill, you're trying to remember, you're finishing up how many years?
24th year here at Madison.
24th year here at Madison, and I've been doing sports for 28. I didn't do Madison the first few years. I did the other schools. Actually, probably did some of your games when you were up at Salmon.
Yeah, you probably did.
Coming down and playing sugar in that. But you know what? I'll tell you, I just want to let you know, I've always been impressed, and I'm glad to be a part of Madison and doing doing the fun things, and especially being able to work with you.
Well, Bruce, thank you, and it's been a fun run, is what it's been. It's been so much fun, and I appreciate all you do for Madison High School and the Bobcats through the year. I mean, geez, you did so many things with the Grid Kid football program over the years, and of course, you've been with us ever since I've been here. You know, and stuff as far as that goes. And like I said, it's been such a fun situation for the community, for the school, and everything else. I just love our Bobcat fans and the Bobcat mania, if you will, that comes with it. It's a lot of fun.
You know, this is a little story here, but it wasn't. It was the last game that I was able to do here, and it was a girls' game, and it was Zach Buck. And he's there, you know, Coach Buck's boy, and he's got his wife and his little kids, and they got the little one, and the school song's playing, you know, and she's sitting there clapping the little one's hands, and I said, you know, Bobcat fans start early.
They do, and it's a lot of fun to see. It's a lot of fun how people get involved with it, and it just makes it. Let's just say this: it makes the winters go by a lot better.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Bill, thank you very much, and appreciate you.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate you.
And, of course, that's Coach Mitch Buck, Mitch Buck. Bill Hawkins of the Madison Bobcats, you know, and appreciate him very much. But, by the way, one of the things we have found out tonight, breaking news, is Coach Owens at Hillcrest, the football coach down there, is leaving Hillcrest. And going back to California. I don't know how breaking that is, but we just found out about it tonight off of a text.
So that'll be a new hire next year for Hillcrest.
Yep, it definitely will. And there's a few people that'll probably be looking at that. I know one that will not be, and that is Mark Hilliard. I, said, so are you putting your name in for it? And he says, let me think about it. No. And
and what took so long, Mark?
Yeah, really, Mark, come on. I thought you would have, really given it some consideration. But, well, anyway. This is the McDonald's pregame show. We'll be back with more right after this.
So, what do you want to do for dinner?
How about McDonald's fruit and maple oatmeal?
Don't do that.
What?
I get it, okay? I was wrong when I said you could only get it at breakfast. Can you stop passive-aggressively throwing it in my face?
Sorry.
Oh, now I totally want oatmeal for dinner.
Yeah, me too.
McDonald's irresistible fruit and maple oatmeal. Whole grain goodness, loaded with fruit, and made to order with or without brown sugar. It's the simple joy of a wholesome breakfast. Or dinner. At participating McDonald's.
My wife and I were stranded after suffering our second flat tire on a hot August day. Our 3 horses were thirsty and there was no help in sight. We called Les Schwab, and luckily Justin answered the phone.
Les Schwab Tire Center.
And even though it was after closing, Justin came to our rescue. He drove an hour with tires and even brought water for our horses. We'll never buy tires anywhere else.
Take care now.
I'm Larry Butler, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Play Again Sports!
There's a chill in the air and winter is on its way, so hurry in to Play It Again Sports for all your wintertime sport gear and accessories. There's a huge selection of downhill and cross-country skis, snowboards, skates, and hockey equipment. Play It Again Sports carries all the major brands for your winter sports fun, and you'll save up to 70% off big box stores. You'll never look at buying sports and fitness equipment the same way again. The new Play It Again Sports store is located north of 17th Street behind Michael's in Idaho Falls. Open daily.
At Mountain River Floor Coverings in St. Anthony, they definitely have you covered. With America's most popular flooring products and years of experience, you'll have no worries or guesswork when choosing the flooring that's right for you. And you always get unsurpassed quality at the lowest prices guaranteed. So get a new look for your home or office today at Mountain River Floor Coverings, located inside Hathaway's in St. Anthony, where you drive a little and save a lot. You're watching a special internet broadcast on EISNlive.com and TriStar ComNet, your community network.
And welcome back here to Madison High School as the Bobcats return back to the floor. These two teams have met 16 times so far since 2006, January 6th of 2006, as the Bobcats have won 13 of those 16 games. The Broncos have won 3 of them. The most distinctive one was the biggest win by the Blackfoot Broncos back on February 21st, 2006. That was to keep the Madison Bobcats away from the district tournament or the district championship that night for one more night down there in Skyline's gym as they defeated Madison that night 57-51. But the Bobcats came back the next night, defeated Blackfoot 42-36 to win the district championship and go on to state. The biggest win for the Madison Bobcats was on December 8th, 2009, when they defeated the Blackfoot Broncos by 45 points, 75-30.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that down there?
I think it was.
If I remember right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But
yeah, well, Hey, by the way, all the games that are happening tonight, North Fremont at Firth is on with us. Ryrie at West Jefferson should be on. Shelley at Hillcrest. Mark Hilliard will have that game for you. Mike Adams will have that Firth game. Rigby at Skyline and Salmon at Sugar. Ron will have that game for you. And, of course, us here, Blackfoot and Madison. That's going to be, 6 games tonight? Just 3 shy of what we did the other night.
And that's great. All on the internet. You can watch one, go back into the archives, and pick whatever one you want to watch next.
In the conference, it is the Bobcats leading the conference. The Blackfoot Broncos are in 5th place with a 2-6 record. They have Madison and Bonneville yet to play. The Bobcats have Blackfoot and Shelley yet to play. Rigby in 2nd place, 7-2. They only have Shelley left to play, and that's coming up later tomorrow or next week. Well, that wraps it up for us for the McDonald's pregame show. We'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineups and the tip-off after this.
Welcome to Garcia's Mexican Restaurant, located at the Grand Teton Mall. Garcia's has been serving Eastern Idaho for over 25 years, with over 100 years of management experience. Of course, all of our food is made fresh daily, and Garcia's has the best happy hour in Idaho Falls. Come in and see for yourself with half-off drinks and appetizers Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. Garcia's also has a to-go party platter menu, so when you want the very best, come to Garcia's Mexican Restaurant with a children's menu available and senior citizens discounts. Reservations are gladly accepted. Call 522-2000. Located at the Grand Teton Mall. Garcia's.
Hello, folks. Mitch Loveland here at Stone's Toyota in Rexburg. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, why not try Stone's Toyota in Rexburg? We offer a great selection of new and certified used Toyota vehicles, along with a sales team that is dedicated to listening to your wants and needs and finding that perfect vehicle. If you'd rather shop online, check out our all-new website at stonestoyota.com. Browse our inventory, schedule service, and discover amazing vehicle and parts and service specials, all from the ease of your computer at home. So for your next vehicle, experience the difference at Stone's Toyota. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching a special internet broadcast on EISNlive.com and TriStar ComNet, your community network.
And welcome back here to Madison High School. Bruce Sugar and Steve Bowen with you here this evening as we get ready to go with the Blackfoot Broncos and the Madison Bobcats starting tonight. Number 3, that is going to be Trace Pilster, will start tonight. Also for the Broncos, number 4, Colby Pearson. Hopefully I'll be able to see all those numbers. Number 12 is Paul Cannon. They'll start number 22. That's Gabby Maldonado. And number 23 will be Austin Campbell. Maldonado and Pilster are your ones in there you really have to keep a watch out of. Starting tonight for the Madison Bobcats, number 1, Cash Merrill. Also starting tonight, number 2, that's going to be Spencer Williams. The third starter will be number 12, Riker Pierce. Also starting tonight is going to be number 14. That'll be Jacob Wilson. And the final starter, number 20 in there, that will be Robert Thuason. Robert the Handsome Thuason. How's that?
Oh, he'll appreciate that. Coming from a guy, huh?
Yeah, well, that's actually his nickname at choir. So, you know,
okay.
He's the handsome one.
He's the handsome one in choir.
So as we are ready to go, yeah, he'll probably, get me on that one. So. All right. Well, Steve, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready and
I'm
excited
ready.
about this game.
Well, it looks like the Blackfoot Broncos are ready as Maldonado
Yeah.
stand in the center of the circle. Interesting that he will be jumping and not Campbell. Campbell is an inch taller than him.
Well, he may have higher ups.
Very well. Good. And folks, you've got to, the old rivalry things are not the way they used to be. These kids have played against each other all summer. They know each other. The tip goes to Blackfoot. Cannon worked in the backcourt. As he'll bring it back out, way out front. Boy, that's going to be Pilster out at the center circle. As he goes down, he falls. Did he just trip or what?
I think they're going to call timeout, Blackfoot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we want, earlier before the game, we started the pregame, we wanted to know who would be guarding Pilster.
Yeah.
The big man, it looks like it's going to be Thuason to start.
So, as this cannot be a long one, I wouldn't think, but we'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
East Idaho Credit Union, invested in community, invested in you.
We're committed to our members' financial success. Stop in today for all your financial needs.
And welcome back here as the Broncos get ready to bring the ball back inbounds. They'll go into the backcourt to do so. 7:40 left to go. They've already burned the timeout now. Cannon back into the forecourt, coming off to Pearson. The Broncos are having trouble hanging on to the ball. Gets it back out now to Pilster. Pilster waves people off. Nope, I don't want the screen. I'm going in. Whoa.
Yep.
And he'll come up with the 2 points. Pass down to Riker Pierce. Inside now to Wilson. Wilson back out now to Williams. Off to Thuason. Back over to the far side of Pierce. Hops inside. Nice drive by Riker Pierce. That could be the the Mountain River floor covering drive.
Could be.
Down to the far side. That is going to be Pearson trying to get inside to Campbell. Does so finally. Back out to Pilster, top of the key. 6:49 left to go. Pilster will move it way back out. Man-to-man defense by the Bobcats. Cannon off to Maldonado. Backdoor down underneath. Cannon off the glass. No good. Wilson down with the rebound. Long pass down to Pierce. Trying to get it into Thuason. Turnover by the Bobcats. Boy, Cannon, he's a fast young man, and he was just back and jumped right in that passing lane at the right time. Spinning inside is going to be Pilster, taken away by Wilson. That is 2 turnovers by the Broncos. Back down underneath the Williams. Williams out now. Top of the key. No good by Pierce. Down with it is Cannon. He'll push the floor on the far side. Into the paint as he actually will run into Maldonado and travel for the 3rd turnover. And at the end of the first quarter, oh my heavens, it is Rigby 17, Skyline 3. Wow. Back out front now, that's going to be Thuason on the drive. Lost it, but comes back up, but it goes back up. He's going to be fouled. They'll call Maldonado. 17-3, Steve. Rigby over Skyline at the end of the first quarter.
Unbelievable.
That is. Well, we're tied 2-2
Skyline
here.
or Shelley? I thought they were playing Shelley.
No, that's next week.
Oh, next week, okay.
Thewison's first shot is up and no good. Clanks off the back of the iron. 5:47 left to go. I almost said 5:74, but I knew that couldn't be. 5:47 left to go in the first. Hits his second, takes the lead for the Bobcats, 3-2. By the way, that JV game, it was a big score, 51-32 or something like that. Anyway, sorry that we didn't write that down, folks. Into Maldonado at the high post. Working against Pierce. Trying to push his way off now. Jumps up, puts it up, no good. Wilson down with the rebound. Off now to Merrill. Over to the near side, down to the baseline, and Williams back out front. Over to Riker Pierce. He's got the lane on the drive and grabs the two. 5-2. Bobcats lead. 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. Pilster back into the forecourt. Stops at the free throw line. Kicks it back out. Fans have wanted a walking call on Pilster a couple of times. Trying to get it inside, and it's going to be out of bounds by Cannon. He actually took the ball and stepped on the end line. Thought he could get around there without doing that, but 4:55 left to go in the first. 5-2. That is the fourth turnover by the Broncos. Merrill off to the high post to Wilson. Back out front now to Williams. Now to Pierce for three. Off the glass, off the iron. Thewison down with it. He's going to go right back up. He'll be fouled. I think they'll tag Campbell for this one. 2-3. They do. So Campbell will pick up his first.
Yep.
2 team fouls on the Broncos. And Robert Thewison back at the line again. This is the second time. First one's up. No good.
That's what he did earlier.
Wait a minute. Is this deja vu or what? Hey, is this deja vu or what?
I don't know.
Is this deja vu or what?
I don't know.
Oh. Pilster going over to Coach Hill to talk to him for a second. Thewison's second shot is good.
Deja vu.
What? I don't know. Pilster now working the backcourt. 6-2. Bobcats lead. 4:30 left to go in the first. By the way, the Madison Bobcats will take on the Rigby Trojans in the girls' end of things tomorrow night. Spin move inside by Maldonado. No good. Back down, coming inside. Oh, excuse me, that's Moore. That's going to be Pierce with the drive. He'll be fouled. So Moore has checked in. Who did he come in for? Oh, he came in for Pearson. Maldonado pick up his second personal foul. 4:16 left to go in this first quarter. So that's one of those situations. Maldonado does have he has a, what's the right word to say? He gets into foul trouble at times. How's that? Katsianis checks in for him. Second shot by Riker Pierce, trying to extend the lead. Does not. Katsianis down with the rebound, and he'll get it out now to Moore, who will give it to Pilster. Into the forecourt, top of the key, looks to drive, comes back across in the paint, dishes it underneath. Campbell misses it. As it's tipped away, Thewison came down with it, and now Cashmere, long pass down, back inside. Losing the ball is Wilson, so a turnover by the Bobcats. Paul Cannon. No good on the drive. Down with it is Riker Pearson. Back now is Cashmere. 3:40 left to go here in this first quarter. 6-2, Bobcats lead. Over to Pierce, back out front to Merrill. Merrill turns, goes to the outside now, back inside now to Wilson. Wilson at the block, turns out to Williams. Off the iron, no good. Tip back out, up with it. On the rebound now, stolen by Williams, and it goes out of bounds. Checking into for the Bobcats as Wilson goes out is Logan Lee.
Yeah, good old Jared.
Yeah, I know. That's, yeah. So into the forecourt. Pilster back over to the far side. That's Moore getting it inside to Campbell. He's got the hoop, and Lee will pick up the foul. Well, a nice drive by Campbell as he moved inside. He had the lane, got past Lee. All Lee could do was try to get the ball, and he ended up with the foul. Lee's first team foul for the Bobcats. Campbell's shot is up no good, clanks off the iron, just like Thuison's did.
Yes.
3:10 left to go, checking
and
out.
He fouled for profit.
Yeah. As Sutton comes in, as Cash Merrill will come out. 6-2, Bobcats lead, 3:10 left to go. Campbell's shot is up, no good. Except the Bobcats, now Williams comes up with it. Boy, I thought they were going to run past that rebound. Williams on the far wing, gives it off. That is on the drive to Thuison. He's fouled. It drops. He's good. 8-2.
That could be the drive of the game.
That could be the Mountain River Floor Coverings drive of the game. Of course, Mountain River Floor Coverings inside Hathaway's where you drive a little and save a lot. Pretty fast, huh?
Yeah.
Thuison for the and one. Good. 9-2. 2:59 left to go here in this first quarter. Coach Hill up all the way to the half-court stripe. Pilster with the run inside and takes Thuison to the ground. No call, and it is back the other way. Driving underneath with the weird lay. Oh! Williams! He came clear underneath, then jumped back around to the other side to lay it in. 11-2. Bobcats lead. 2:29 left to go in the first. Pilster out front, gives it off to Moore. Moore is a three-point shooter. Here's the first. No. Down with it is Thuison. Off to Williams. He'll push to the far side. Pilster stays on Thuison. Back out now to Thuison. To Pierce. Off to Lee. Lee can shoot those three. Campbell finally comes out on him. Back out front now. That is going to Pierce. Back over to Williams. Williams going to walk.
I think he's going to. Yeah, he did. He traveled.
2:03 left to go here in the first quarter as Brady Dayton will check into the ball game as Williams goes out. 11-2, Bobcats lead. So Pilster will slowly walk the ball up. Stops way out front over the near side to Campbell. Back out now to Cannon. Cannon drives into the paint, dishes it up. He'll be fouled, as I believe that'll go against Thuison. Nope.
No, they're giving it
4 to Sutton.
Sutton picks up his second team foul.
Paul Cannon will step to the line for his first time tonight.
I really didn't think he was shooting, but
it's amazing what he's shooting at times. First one is up by Cannon, and it's in, so that's 11-3. And getting ready to check in is somebody that will be coming in for Cannon if he makes this. No, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, Steve.
No.
Cannon makes it. It's just when we've done some of these girls' games, they send them to the line shooting, and we're going, huh? But that's okay. As checking in is Pearson, Colby Pearson. Also coming in for Campbell is number 12. Oh, excuse me, that can't be 12. 32.
No, 32.
Denning.
Their numbers are hard to read, so I agree with you.
Bobcats back into the forecourt now, 11-4, 143. Down underneath to Sutton. Back out front to Thuison. Back across to the other side. Dayton off to Sutton. Man-to-man pressure by the Broncos. Lee, top. Pierce with it on the far baseline. Goes high into Lee. Post up at the box. Has the ball stripped from him. And now a foul's going to be called. Fourth turnover by the Bobcats. And picking that foul up will be Riker Pierce.
Pierce picks up his third team foul.
1:19 left to go here in this first quarter. 11-4, Bobcats lead. So Pilster brings it into the forecourt. Comes to the top of the key. Shoots the three. Nope. Down with it is Logan Lee. Lee puts it on the floor and gives it off now to Sutton. Down to Pierce. Back out top of the key. That is for three. Dayton with it. It's got it. 14-4. 10-point lead for the Bobcats. Down to the baseline. Cannon down into the corner. Nope. Excuse me. That's going to be Moore into the corner. He went for the inlet pass to Denning. And it's going to be a foul.
Could be number 2 on Lee.
So Lee will check out of the ball game as Wilson checks in very quickly. Also Anderson comes in for Robert Thuison, who's played all but 52 seconds of the first quarter.
And that leaves Riker, the only senior on the floor.
Now getting ready to inbounds it. It's number 12. That is Cannon again. Is that right? Yeah. Back out front now. Back over to Cannon. Cannon for three. And that is a turnover. As it sticks right in the old
wedgie.
Wedgie. Yeah, that's a good way to put that. I like that. It wedgied. 43 seconds. 14-4. Bobcats looking to stretch the lead out. Going to the far side. That's going to be off to Dayton. Out to Pierce. Wilson with it. Anderson over to Dayton. Bobcats run out that nice weave out there. Wilson back out to Pierce. They're down to 22 seconds. You know they're going to go for one here. Anderson back over now to Wilson. High into Pierce. At the box, back out now to Sutton. Now they're looking for the shot. Pierce for three. Blocked. Down with it is Anderson. Back out now to Sutton for three. Off the iron, off the glass, off the iron. No good. Out of bounds with 1.1 second. Turnover by the Bobcats. 14-4 as they will roll the ball in. Dayton comes back.
Whoops.
And, hey, that was our first one into the scoreboard.
Yeah. And it wasn't a punt.
No. At the end of one, it's the Bobcats 14. The Blackfoot Broncos 4. We'll be back right after this.
Hello there. I'm the part of your brain that worships bacon. I'm mostly unsatisfied. I mean, people don't go around eating bacon 24/7. And when they do eat it, it's usually 2 or 3 measly strips. Suggestion: Wendy's Baconator. The biggest, baddest, baconest bacon cheeseburger on the planet. Tailored perfectly for me, the source of your inner bacon lust. The Baconator boasts 2 big, hot, and juicy patties of fresh, never frozen beef. 2 slices of melty cheese and 6 strips of fresh, cooked, thick cut, fall to your knees bacon. The thought of it makes me drool, and I don't even have the ability to drool. Now, let's get to Wendy's and order a Baconator before I do something rash, like connect you over to the part of your brain that secretly loves steamed broccoli.
Only Wendy's can satisfy your bacon-worshipping self with the Baconator. Or try our new Son of Baconator. Big bacon taste, compact size. Decide how big you want to go at participating Wendy's for a limited time.
You're watching a special internet broadcast on EISNlive.com and TriStar ComNet, your community network.
Welcome back here to Madison as the Broncos brought it in to begin this second quarter. They got it batted out of bounds, and now we'll bring it back in. Pilster back out front to Cannon. Cannon across over to Moore. Back off to Cannon. He lost it up with it is Pierce. He's on the drive, lays it up. Does not go, but it would have counted, and he'll be fouled. I love it. Darren Katziana says, me? It was me? Yeah. He was the only one down there, but me? So as Pierce will step the line to shoot 2. First one is up, no good. 7:40 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-4. That was the end of our first quarter score, and Pierce will have his second shot trying to make it out to an 11-point lead, and does not. Not very often you see Riker Pierce miss 2 free throws. Down on these, shots up, no good. Down with it, though, is Katsianis. He gives it off to Moore. Moore for 3. Off the iron, no good. Up with it is Sutton. He'll push the floor. 1-on-4. Drives down underneath. Holds. He's going to walk.
Yeah,
a nice shot. He did everything right except.
Very pretty shot.
Did everything right except.
Run.
Run. Happy feet. Back in the forecourt are the Broncos. Wow, nice pick by wow, almost stolen away in there from Katsianis by Pierce again. Cannon with the pick over there now has the ball. Comes back across to Moore. Moore puts it on the floor, gives it off now to Denning. Back over to Moore. Katsianis back over to Pearson. Inside, Cannon trying to go up for it. It's going to be blocked out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Blackfoot cannot penetrate.
No.
A shot in the paint is unknown to them.
Right. No, they haven't been able to.
No.
Paul Cannon will take the ball out of bounds, baseline near side of the paint. Now comes deep, has to come way out to Katsianis. Now back to Cannon, driving inside, and he's going to walk. was
Madison
Denning.
is just collapsing in the paint.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not kicking it back out for maybe a 15, 16-footer.
Thuison will check into the ballgame for Riker Pierce.
Much deserved rest.
Yes. 6:42 left to go here in the first half. 14-4 still. As Sutton comes down, comes to the near side to Thuison. Looking back out, top of the key. Dayton over to Wilson. Wilson puts it on the floor. Back out to Anderson. Back over now to Dayton. Dayton on the wing. Well, the Bobcats moving the ball well. About the time I say that, something will happen probably. But back out now. Sutton. See,
Yep.
I told you. And on the breakaway, that's going to be Pilster for the two. 14-6, Bobcats lead. Sutton back in. Top of the key, that's Dayton for three, in and out, no good. Denning down with a rebound and off to Paul Cannon. Cannon will take and bring it up. Over to Pilster on the near wing. Out front. Dishing it inside at the post. Moore with a turnaround, no good. Down with it are the Bobcats. They were the only ones rebounding. Back across now, Thuison over to the near side. Down inside, ball tipped up with it. That is going to be Thuison with the two.
Nice garbage play with the offensive board.
Well, I'll take garbage like that every day. Nice give and go down underneath. As Moore will go up, he will miss the shot. The foul will be called. I think that's going to be on Wilson. No, Sutton.
Sutton picks up his second.
Okay, just coming in from Skyline at the half. It is Rigby 41, Skyline 19 at the half. Shot is up and good by Moore. Checking out will be Denning. In for him is Maldonado. Pierce checks back in. Williams checks in. And Merrill checks in. Anderson, Dayton, and Sutton out. 16-7, Bobcats lead, 16-8. 5:18 left to go in this second quarter. Merrill back into the forecourt, over to the far side. Williams back off to Pierce. And a foul is going to be called
22.
on Maldonado. He barely checks back into the ballgame. Will
And
pick up
it's
his third foul.
Yeah, his third foul.
So Campbell getting ready to check in. I would imagine he's coming for Maldonado.
Yeah, and Maldonado will probably sit till the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So Pierce will inbounds. They go backdoor inside. Wilson off to Thuison, now gives it off to Pierce. And we're going to have 3 seconds in the lane. I think had Thuison gone to the hoop, it would have been okay.
When you're in the paint, you got to go.
Yep. Long pass down for the Broncos. A three by Moore, no good. Williams up with the rebound, pushing it up. Stops out front, gives it off to Pierce. And he sinks the three.
I don't know who set a pick for him, but Pierce was wide open.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Pearson turned and was complaining to the official. There's a two by Pilster, but that's the easiest way that you have to get the official, not liking you.
Yep.
Down into the corner. Thuison dribbles back out. Stops, gives it off to Riker. Pierce. Just about threw that one away. Williams, pull-up jumper in the paint, no good. Gets his own rebound, pulls it back out. Way out front to Merrill. Merrill says, we're running this play. Thuison back out to Williams, way out front again. I think they're going to try to get Blackfoot out. They're running a man-to-man. Pierce way out again. Wilson back off to Williams. Inside, a nice cut by Wilson, and he'll be fouled by Campbell. That would be Campbell's second, I think.
Yep.
Third.
Yeah, that's...
Wow. 3:52 left to go here in the second quarter.
That's two starters with 3 fouls for Blackfoot.
19-10, Bobcats up by 9, now 10. 20-10, 3:52. By the way, checking in will be Denning as Campbell will go out. By the way, if you have not heard, Rigby is leading Skyline 41-19 at half. Second shot is good. 21-10, 3:48 left to go here in this second quarter. Bobcats lead. A drive inside, foul will be on the floor. I think they're going to tag Robert Thewison.
Yeah, he'll pick up his first, is what I have.
That was a reach. He just tried to grab the ball.
But it was on the floor.
Yep.
If you're going to foul a guy, do it before he starts his shot.
So Cannon almost nowhere to throw. Finally got into Pearson, back to Pearson from Pilster. Back over now to Moore. Moore is a three-point shooter. Cannon comes way out. Says, we're going to run a play here, guys. Come on. Over to the far side. Pearson back out. Now in. Stolen away as Denning not able to control it. Pass down. Oh, what a shot by Riker Pierce. 23-10. Bobcats lead. 3:17 left to go here in the second. A drive in there by Cannon. Kicks it out to that hit the stanza. That's out of bounds. Shot goes up, no good. It's loose. We're going to have a foul call, which is interesting. Even though they continued play, it really did hit the
we could
standard up there as it shook. And so anyway, Wilson will pick up the foul.
That's his first 17 foul for Madison.
Shooting a 1-on-1 now is Moore. Keith Moore, 6'4", senior. And misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Denning comes down with the rebound. He puts it on the floor again, and that's going to be a double dribble on Denning. He knew he had to go somewhere with it. He'd already dribbled once. That's all I could do, So back in the forecourt is going to be Merrill. Merrill with 2:56 left to go in this second quarter, leading 23-10, up by 13. Pass inside to Pierce. Shot up, block. Nice block. Pearson
by Moore.
And Moore made that block?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay. So the turnover by the Bobcats will end up with the Broncos bringing the ball inbounds deep in their own territory. Back out to Pilster. Look for the pull-up jumper, not there. Off to the high post to Denning. Moore.
Oh, nice steal by
Lost
Cash.
it, yeah. 3 Broncos all fell down underneath the Wilson. Wilson misses the chipper, puts it up again. Now he's going to be hammered by Denning. I mean, I don't know. Jacob Wilson must, I'll go to the line to make these two. I don't know, man. He had a cherry pick that was, he'll see at 2:00 in the morning,
That's true.
Those come back to haunt you in your later life. Jacob Wilson now steps to the line. And the first one is up and no good. So foul for profit. Should have been a cherry pick. Cannon working out front. Gives it off to Pilster. Down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Pilster trying to work against Thewison. Loses the ball. Thewison up with it on the drive. He goes to lay it up. He's fouled. 6th turnover by the Broncos as Thewison will step the line to shoot 2.
And you could see that one coming.
Picking his second foul up will be Jaron Katsianis. So Robert Thewison stepping to the line to shoot 2. And misses the front end. Boy, I'll tell you what. Bobcats have been horrible free throw shooters here tonight. Makes the second. Makes it 24-10, a 14-point lead for the Bobcats.
He's made the second one every time.
Yeah, that's true. He has. Thewison with another steal. He's got Merrill into the forecourt. Merrill will wait for everybody to get back. They'll set it. Here comes Pierce for a 3. No. Pierce with the steal. No, it's going to go out of bounds. 1:41 left to go in this first half. Checking into the ball game will be Cameron Jackson. Bobcats up as Pierce will go out. Bobcats are up 24-10. 1:41 left to go. Cannon bringing it down for the Broncos. Tries to go coast to coast, tipped around. The Bobcats tip it right back to Katsianis. Comes off to Pilster. He puts it up on the off balance shot, and it will go in. And Cameron Jackson will pick up his first personal foul with 1:28 left to go. 24-12, Bobcats up. Pilster trying for the and one. And good. 24-13. Down to Thuisen on the wing. Into the post, back out now to Williams. He drives to the baseline, kicks it back out to Jackson. Jackson now out to Wilson. Back across Merrill to Thuisen, back across now to Williams. Williams, free throw line, and it's going to be number 33. That's Archibald, Jackson Archibald. As he pushed through Merrill's pick, it's going to put Merrill at the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
No, he's got 10.
Oh, he does.
So he gets his double.
Yeah, Merrill will get the double bonus now, as he'll be shooting two. Up 24-13, 1:07 left to go here in the second. And Merrill misses the front end of it. Well, I've never seen the Bobcats shoot this poorly for free throw shooters.
In one game, they were 24 for 27.
Yeah. Second shot is up and misses that one. Wow. Down with it is Archibald, and he'll get it over to Cannon inside the Pilster. He spins, puts it up over Thuisen, and gets the roll. Nice shooter touch by Pilster. 24-15. Bobcats up with 51 seconds left. Over to Williams, off to Thuisen. Off to Jackson. Jackson bounced pass inside, and picking the foul up will be Archibald. That'll be his second. He had the last foul. Now he's got this one. That is going to put Spencer Williams at the line to shoot two. 38.8 seconds. 24-15. Well, it was 24-10. So the Broncos have had a 5-0 run right now.
Yes.
But Williams stops that, picking that one up 25-15. He'll have his second shot. 38.8 seconds left to go here in the second, and makes it 26-15. Back to an 11-point lead for the Bobcats. Cannon into the forecourt, working to the top of the key, over to the near wing, inside to the post. Ball stolen away from Katsianis. Merrill comes down off to Williams. He puts it up and gets the roll as he stops and pumps it up over Cannon. Cannon over to the far side. Back out to Cannon, now off to Katsianis. Cross over to the far side, down to the baseline to Moore for three, and he nails that one. I told you, he's a three shooter. Keith Moore does a great job out there. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, and
got a turnover
by the Bobcats. So 6.4 seconds left to go. They'll get the ball right there by the Blackfoot bench. Moore will inbounds it. He'll get it to Pilster. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blocked by Jackson. What a block!
I mean,
he just stood there.
And the ball was pushed into his hand.
At the end of the first half, it is the Bobcats 28, the Broncos 18. And we'll be back with the Idaho Real Estate Halftime Report when we return right after this.
When you're looking for that great real estate deal, there's no one better than Idaho's Real Estate and Rod Jones. Rod has his finger on the pulse of the real estate industry here in eastern Idaho with nearly 20 years of experience. Rod is a certified residential specialist and is ready to help you with residential, commercial, investment, and of course, farm and ranch. So call Rod Jones at Idaho's Real Estate. His phone number is really easy to remember. It's 356-0000 or 313-0000. Idaho's Real Estate and Rod Jones, the difference between listed and sold. For years, people have traveled to Idaho Falls to Farrell's for everything missionary with great suits, shoes, and clothing. Now, the drive is no longer needed. Announcing Farrell's Clothing Company, now in Rexburg. That's right, Rexburg. Located at 160 West, 2nd South, Suite 104 in the new Hemming Village Mall. Farrell's Clothing Company is your missionary headquarters. Purchase 2 suits with 2 pairs of pants each, starting at just $250 total. With the expertise and quality you've come to expect from Farrell's, but now without the drive. At Farrell's Clothing Company, 160 West, 2nd South, Suite 104 in Rexburg. At Upper Valley Orthopedics, 360 East Main in Rexburg, their goal is to provide you with the highest level of caring, compassionate, and competent orthopedic care available. They take pride in treating their patients with the utmost respect, privacy, and concern. See Dr. Kevin Lee and Dr. Michael Larson at Upper Valley Orthopedics, located at 360 East Main in Rexburg. Your orthopedic professionals. Give them a call at 356-9550. That's 356-9550. That's Upper Valley Orthopedics.
We went around surprising people by swapping their rides with a Ford. And we got a little help from their friends and family.
You have had your Audi swapped for the next week for the Taurus.
What? Oh my God, this is great. That is a little bit more power than my Audi. I love hands-free calling. The newest technology in the car just blows the Audi out of the water.
You know, it's the most innovative full-size sedan in America. You didn't really know you were in a commercial.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
In today's world, a computer is necessary to stay in touch with family, friends, news, sports, and just about anything. But when your computer goes down, what do you do? Now you can take it to Used Computers Pro at 241 South 5th West here in Rexburg. Aaron Aldridge is a professional technician that can give life to your computer again in a quick and professional way that does not break the bank. And if you're looking for a computer that is as inexpensive as any on eBay, but with a guarantee and a person you can talk with about what you want in your computer, then you need to call 477-6539. Here in Rexburg, that's 477-6539. Or stop in and see Aaron Aldridge at Used Computers Pro, 241 South, 5th West, Rexburg. You're watching TriStar ComNet at EISNLive.com, where we bring you more high school sports and more community events live and archived than any other broadcaster.
And welcome back here to the Idaho Real Estate Halftime Report. Glad to have you along with us here this evening. Boy, I'll tell you what a ball game so far tonight, as it has been fun as we take a look at too many games here. As we take a look at the turnovers right now, Madison had 5 turnovers in the first and 5 turnovers in the second, for a total of 10 turnovers here this evening. Then as the Blackfoot Broncos, they had 7 turnovers in the first quarter and 7 turnovers in the second quarter for 14 turnovers. Yeah. How in the world do teams have exactly the same number of turnovers in both quarters? I just think that's kind of interesting. Usually you don't find things like that, but, you know, hey, we do good things like that here, you know, at EISN Live. So as we are here at the Idaho Real Estate Halftime Report, of course, the Idaho Real Estate shot of the game, Rod Jones, what a great sponsor. As a matter of fact, he's sitting right over there. Let's see if I can tell you where he's at. If you just went up from Peggy. Okay, it's a long ways over there. So as Steve's furiously working away over here. By the way, we want to remind you, let's tell you this. Also at halftime for the Rigney Trojans, they are leading Skyline 41-19. And this, wait a minute, we got to show you this. This young little lady out here is already at the half court. She's going to come up shy there, but she has hit the layup, the free throw, and the three-pointer. She doesn't have the oomph to get it there, Steve, but she's done a great job so far. As here it is, the Madison Bobcats 28, the Rigby Trojans, or excuse me, she almost made it backwards. 28 for the Bobcats, the Blackfoot Broncos 18. And the Bobcats have stymied the Broncos inside the paint. So they've done a great job in there. And Steve, what do you got for us scoring-wise?
Okay, starting off with the Blackfoot Broncos, we have Pilster with a total of 11 points. Pearson on the floor with no points. Cannon with 2 from the charity stripe. Katsianis, no points but 2 fouls. Moore has 5 points all in the second quarter. Maldonado, here's a surprise. He's 0 for 2 from the floor. He has no points and 3 fouls.
Yep.
Then going down, Campbell is the same way. Campbell's 0 for 4 from the floor. He has 3 fouls. Then Denning has no points, and Archibald with 2 fouls and no points. Hal Blackfoot has scored. They are 4 for 6 from the charity stripe, 6 for 18 from inside, 1 for 7 from the three-point range. They're shooting 7 for 25 from the floor, 28%. That is not good. Okay. Now, looking at what the Cats have been able to do. Merrill, 0 for 2 from the charity stripe for no points. Williams has 6 points, scoring in both quarters. Williams is the only one that's 100% from the charity stripe. Then going down, Dayton has a tray in the first quarter. Sutton has no points yet. Going down, Pierce, 9 points, scoring in both quarters. Wilson has 2 points from the charity stripe. Lee has no points. Thuason has 8 points, scoring in both quarters. Anderson, no points yet. And Jackson, no points, but he does have 1 foul. Lee has 2. Sutton has 2. How they've scored. Bruce, you won't believe this. They've been to the charity stripe 18 times.
Whoa.
They've hit 8 of them.
Oh!
They're 7 for 18 from inside, 1 for 2 from outside. That's shooting 8 for 20. They're shooting 40% from the floor. This has got to be one of their lowest shooting percentages that we've seen. How
Absolutely.
They compare. In the first quarter, it was Madison 14, Blackfoot 4. Second quarter, they tied up 14-14.
Wow. And that's why we still are 14-point difference over the Blackfoot Broncos. 28-18 for the Madison Bobcats. We're going to be back with the start of the second half when we return right after this.
You've known them for years, and they're still here, ready to serve you for all your automotive needs. It's Ray's Chevron at 279 North, 2nd East in Rexburg. From the great Chevron fuel and the professional lube bay to the new state-of-the-art car wash with 3 vacuums for those who get their car washed. And introducing the new detail shop. Now your vehicle can look as great inside as it does outside. So stop in to Ray's at 279 North, 2nd East. That's 279 North 2nd East in Rexburg. Rays. You're watching TriStar ComNet at EISNLive.com, where we bring you more high school sports and more community events live and archived than any other broadcaster.
Well, welcome back here to Madison High School, as it'll be the Madison Bobcats bringing the ball inbounds to begin this third quarter. As will be Thuason, Williams, Merrill, Pierce, and Wilson. For the Broncos, it is Cannon and Maldonado. Wilson out front for 3, in and out, no good. Down with it is Thuason. He'll go back up and gets the 2. 30-18. Bobcats are up. So Pilster bringing it up. Gives it to the high post. That's Maldonado. Over to Pearson. Back out to Cannon way out front. As Merrill gets a nice screen in there against him. Pearson across court to Campbell. He lost the ball totally, and Williams comes up with it. Or excuse me, Wilson came up with it. Back out to Williams. Williams, top of the key. Over now to Thewison. Back out to Wilson. Wilson off to Merrill. Man-to-man pressure by the Broncos. Down inside to Merrill. Boy, he flashed open, and Williams got to him. Now he drives inside off the glass too much. He's going to be fouled on the drive. If that's Maldonado, two it is.
Yeah.
That's 4. Oh, Gabby Maldonado picking up his 4th foul.
Yeah, this has to be his poorest game of the season. He has no points and 4 fouls.
Shot is up, no good by Wilson. Will Coach Hale bring somebody in? Coach Dan Hale? Or is Maldonado? It's like you got 4. Better learn to play with them. 31-18, up to a 17-point lead for the Bobcats. Down underneath, the shot's up by Cannon. He will be fouled.
I think Williams will pick that one up.
You are absolutely right. Coach Hale up talking to Pearson and Pilster as they walk by. Maldonado's still in. 4 fouls, 6:50 left to go in the third. Cannon's shot is up and in and out, no good. Man, you know, it's kind of the Morton Salt thing. When it rains, it pours, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Second shot by Cannon is up, and that one is good. 31-19, Bobcats lead. Merrill working the backcourt against Cannon, now into the forecourt. Stolen away. It's loose. Now up with it is Cannon, back to Pearson, and he lays it up for the 2. So the turnover is converted for 2 points by the Broncos. Down into the corner, that's going to be Williams. Back off to Pierce. Pierce looks to drive baseline, stops. Inside to Thewison, back to Pierce. Pierce in the paint, hangs. Going to have it tipped out of bounds. 6:20 left to go in the third quarter. 31-21. Bobcats lead by 10 again. Merrill slaps the ball, looking, goes into the corner to Thewison. Inside to Wilson, and that one, Robert telegraphed that one about 1962.
At least an hour ago.
Yeah. During the JV game, he said, I'm going to throw it right here. So back out front now. Pearson over to Merrill. Or that's Pierce over to Merrill. It's loose, and Thewison not able to come up with that rebound. That was an awkward situation because you just didn't get up there. So, out of bounds off the rebound, and Cannon back into the forecourt. Now gives it off. Pilster working against Thewison. Stops at the free throw line. High inside. That's going to be out of bounds to the Bobcats off of Campbell, and it will be Bobcat ball. 5:54 left to go here in the third. 31-21. Over to the far side into Thewison at the low post. Back door, lost it. Now it comes to Williams. Back to Pierce. Back door and play, no good. Maldonado down with the rebound. Broncos back into the forecourt. Steve, I don't know about you, but whenever we had somebody with 4 fouls on the floor, we were told we needed to work against them.
Yes.
And now Merrill's going to pick up the hand check foul.
I have the first one on Merrill.
You're right. Second team foul here in this second half.
Yeah, unlike Bonneville, this board's easy to read.
Yes. 5:24 left to go here in the third.
Oh, nice
Tipped
block
away.
by Wilson.
Yep. Merrill back over now, off to Pierce. Inside to Williams, spins, reverse, puts it up, got the roll. He was underneath the basket and was able to get the 2 in. 33-21, Bobcats lead 5:07. Here in the third. Maldonado out front. And something away from the ball. What's going on?
I don't know. We flashed his fingers too fast.
Thewison with a foul. Second personal.
That's his second. So Thewison's guarding Pilster.
Yep. They bring it in quickly. Maldonado, a quick jump shot, and good for 2 from 12. 33-23. Broncos pull within 10. Here with 4:53 left to go in this third quarter. Williams off now to Pierce. Off the backboard, no good. Down with the rebound is Cannon. He'll push it up the far floor. Lost it, but comes back up with
the
it.
Body.
Trying to drive is Pearson. Off to Campbell, back to Pearson. Turnaround jumper, and doesn't get the roll. Pierce with it on the far side. Riker Pierce back out to Thuisen, over to Williams. Williams over now to Wilson, down to Riker Pierce, Thuisen. Comes back out to Williams. He goes down into the paint, hangs, puts it up, no good. Down with it is Pearson. As he'll give it off, Coach Hawkins up. Not happy with that one. Down inside, a nice play in there as Maldonado goes to the hoop on a pass from Pilster.
And I was hoping that it'd be a charge instead of a block on Wilson.
Yep.
That's Wilson's second.
4 minutes exactly to go here in this third quarter. Gabby Maldonado at the line. First one is up and rattled it good home. 33-24. Back to a 9-point situation as Lee checks in for Wilson. Second one's no good. Lee down with the rebound. Merrill back into the forecourt. High post to Pierce. Back over now, off to Thuisen for 3. No. Down with the rebound is Cannon. Long pass over to the near side. Pearson. And he hits the 2. So 33-26. Inside to Lee. Back out. Over now to Thuisen. Down to Pierce. Back out to Lee. The boy Lee was looking at that 3, but Campbell got out on him. He drives inside. He'll be tripped.
Yep.
As 2-3, that's going to be Campbell picking up the foul.
Campbell picks up his 4th? Yep.
Wow. Now we've got somebody coming in. That'll be Moore coming in. He'll either come in for Campbell or Maldonado, I would think. Campbell on his way out. Second team foul here for the Broncos. Only 2 in this second half so far. High into Lee. He puts it back on the floor. Back over now to Pierce. Pierce way back out front now to Merrill. Off to Pierce. Williams off to Thuisen. Down into the corner to Williams. Off the iron, no good. Tip back up. Now with it is Lee, and he gets the roll. 35-26. 9-point lead for the Bobcats as Pilster brings it into the forecourt. Looks to go coast to coast. Stops, spins. Fall away jumper. Thuisen down with the rebound. Long pass down to Pierce. Pierce jumps inside. He will travel.
Pierce is so smooth, it's hard to see him travel.
Bobcat fans didn't like that one. I didn't see it, so back inside now. Pilster trying to move. Now lost the ball, comes back up with it. Spins, puts it up, no good. Thuisen down with the rebound. Long pass down to Williams. Williams cuts inside, stops, kicks it back out. Over to the near side. That's Lee for 3. Got it! Bottom of the net. 38-26, up by 12. 2:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Nice move in there by Cannon, no good. Tipped back up by Moore for the 2. A nice putback by Keith Moore. Merrill back into the forecourt, coming to Williams. Back out front, Thuisen inside to Lee. He moves up, spins up, puts it up off the glass hard, no good. Down with the rebound is Pearson. Gives it off to Pilster, and Pilster works the far side. Spins, moves inside, puts a shot up. Foul will be called.
How can you do that spin move and not walk?
I don't know. Thuisen will pick up his 3rd.
Yep.
That'll be the 5th team foul on the Bobcats here in this second half. Third quarter, actually. So 5 team fouls for the Bobcats, 2 for the Broncos. Shot is up and good by Pilster. Makes it 38-29. Back to that 9-point situation. Thewison will check out as Dayton will come in. Maldonado checks out. Coming in also is number 2. That's Norton, as going out will be Pearson. So also Katsianis is in. Pilster's second shot is good also. 38-30, an 8-point lead. Sutton will check in for Merrill. So Pierce gets it off to Sutton, and he'll bring it up. Over to the near side, inside now, baseline. Back out front. Over to Williams. Down to a minute 26. Sutton back off the lead. Now over to Dayton. Off to Williams. Back out front. 15-footer off the glass, no good. Lee down with it. Back up and in. 40-30. Up by 10. 1:06 left to go here in the third quarter. Bobcats with the lead. Pilster loses the ball again. Luckily for him, Katsianis was standing there. Moore, 17-footer, rattle it good. Nice shot by Keith Moore. So the Bobcats bring it in, and Sutton will bring it back up. 8-point lead, 40-32. High into Sutton, and Paul Cannon will be whistled for the foul. That'll be the third team foul. Cannon will pick up his first. 38.2 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 40-32. Bobcats up. Checking into the ballgame will be Pearson, as Cannon will check out. And the Bobcats will inbounds. Baseline, far side of the paint. Sutton brings it way out to Dayton. I'll tell you what, Sutton made a great fake, and Pearson was way high. Pierce back out now to Dayton, over to Williams. Inside to Lee. Lee leaning. Gives it back out to Sutton. 18, 17, 16, 15. Sutton looking to set the play. Back out to Sutton. Back out to Williams. Williams will take it. Back over now into the high post. That is to Dayton. Back off to Pierce. Williams comes back across for the 3. Oh, and it hops back out. Does not drop. But the Bobcats lead here at the end of 3, 40-32. We will be back right after this timeout.
When you're looking to move your group from one place to another, think of Teton Stage Lines. Teton Stage Lines, located at 1425 Lindsay Boulevard in Idaho Falls, has the right equipment to meet your needs, from vans to full-size buses. So when you need to get your group from anywhere to any place at any time, call the professionals at Teton Stage Lines. Call 208-529-8036. That's 529-8036. In Idaho Falls, Teton Stage Lines.
Materials are universal, but the artistry of the dentist is not. So if you're considering cosmetic dentistry, consider Eagle Rock Dental Care. Eagle Rock Dental Care stays abreast of the latest trends and technology, so you can be assured of rigid standard. That rigid standard is part of a trusted tradition of dental excellence that has set Eagle Rock Dental Care apart for decades. Be satisfied with your smile, because you know you have selected with confidence the best. Eagle Rock Dental Care, Idaho Falls and Rexburg.
Welcome back as the Broncos bring the ball in to begin this fourth quarter, trailing 40-32. Taken away by the Bobcats. Williams got high for that one. Back over to the far side to Dayton. Over now to Lee. Sutton, top of the key, back over to Dayton. Back to Anderson. Anderson into the ball game. Lee back out front. Williams. Dayton. Anderson spins inside, puts it up, he'll be fouled. That'll go against Katsianis. Be the fourth team foul. Katsianis third.
Yeah, I have 3 for him, 4 for Maldonado, and 4 for Campbell.
Anderson shooting 2. First one is up and bounces off. That is 11 missed free throws for the Bobcats. Anderson's second shot misses that one.
Hits the same place.
Yep. Down with it is Dayton, and he will be fouled. Who commits this one? I didn't see. Katsianis with his 4th foul. That puts 3 of them with 4 fouls now for the Broncos. They'll inbounds the ball this time because it was on the floor. Right there is Lee for the chip shot. Up to 10, 42-32. Norton working out front. Over to the far side. Moore tips it. It's going inside, but the Bobcats just batted out of there as they were trying to get it to Katsianis. 7:04 left to go in the ball game. 42-32. Norton looking to inbounds. Comes high. Nobody there as it comes off now to Sutton. On the layup, miss.
Oh.
Down with it is Anderson. He misses. Tip back out. Up with it is Sutton. Holy guacamole. Now Dayton for 3. Off the iron, up, no good. Pilster down with the rebound, and he'll push the floor going back the other way. Well, like we said, Morton Salt time.
Oh.
And that'll be a foul. I'll tell you what. There's at times that I'm not watching the floor. I'm watching the monitor here. But the thing about it is, what's there?
Lee picks up number 3.
He took a lot of steps in there, I thought.
Yeah, he did.
Pilser with his shot is up and good. Pilser has a nice shot when he's really on.
He really does. Oops.
Katsianis checks out as Gabby Maldonado checks back in. And Norton finally noticed that Williams was standing down at the baseline on the other end. Second shot is up and rattles in. 42-34. Bobcats up with 6:30 left to go in the ballgame. Into Anderson. High post. Cross court as trying to get it to Lee, but he threw it way away from him.
Lee couldn't reach that one.
Checking into the ballgame will be Pierce as he'll come in for Anderson. So the Broncos will take it inbounds the ball. 6:24 left as Norton brings it into the forecourt. Goes to the far side. Boy, just about threw that one out too. Moore with the long shot, no good. Norton coming up with it, and the foul's going to be on Williams. The Bobcats just let the ball fall between them. And the foul's going to go against Williams.
Only the second. However, it's 7th.
Yeah. Norton will shoot. He would be shooting anyway. First one is up and in. So Williams comes out as Sutton goes out. Thuison comes in and Merrill comes in. 35-42. Trying to cut it to 6 points is Norton. And does so. Closest the Broncos have been here. 6 points so far. Back into the forecourt. Merrill over to the near side. That's Lee. And it's batted. It's batted.
It's batted by Maldonado.
Yeah.
Referee spotted it.
Yep. I think the crowd would have gone bonkers on that one had he gone the other way. Pass over to the near side. That's the Pierce back out front to Lee. Follow away jumper off the iron, no good. Down with it is Moore. He gives it to Pilster. Long pass down into the corner. That's going to be Pearson. Bounce pass inside, and they'll whistle.
They're whistling a foul.
Yeah, it's going to be against Brady Dayton. Must have been on the reach around or something, and quickly Williams is up, and so is Wilson. So Wilson and Williams will come in as Dayton and Lee go out. So Bobcats are back to the starters.
You don't want to put Pilster at the line.
No. He's a very good free throw shooter.
5 for 5.
And he makes
Sorry
that
about
one.
that. He's 6 for 6.
42-37. 5-point deficit. The Broncos making a run here. Second shot is up and no good. Rebound down by the Bobcats. Thewison on the far wing. Back out now, Williams. 4-3 off the iron, no good. Norton down with the rebound. Bobcats are way cold now here in the fourth quarter. Pass over to Norton. He comes back out front. That is going to be a walk on Pilster.
That one was easy.
Timeout's going to be called by the Blackfoot Broncos with 5:23 left to go here in this ball game. 42-37, a 5-point lead for the Bobcats. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back here to Madison High School as the Bobcats will get ready to inbounds the ball. They've got a 5-point lead, 42-37. As Merrill will bring the ball up. Goes to the far side, back out to Williams. Now off to Wilson. Back out to Merrill. Bobcats just running the weave and running the motion offense out here.
Well, Blackfoot is playing tight. They're giving us the outside.
And the Bobcats will probably be more than happy to run it out there for a while.
Yeah. With 4:43 on the clock, Riker
Pierce
takes
on the
it in.
drive and lays it in. 44-37, 4:36 left to go. Whoops. Here we go. We got a final, I think. Finals, Rigby is 73, Skyline 56. That is a final. Wow. Out front now. On the drive, Maldonado dishes it off to Pilster. He misses the chip shot, and it will go out of bounds to the Broncos. Williams just couldn't find the handle on it for the Bobcats. Otherwise, the Broncos would have, I mean, they're going to get the ball back, but Cannon checks into the ball game as he comes in for Norton now. So the Broncos will get ready to get inbounds. They come high into Pilster, working against Thewison. He kicks it back out. Back into Thewison, or into Pilster. He goes up. He's going to walk.
Yeah, it's a good double team by Merrill and Thewison.
44-37, 4 minutes to go here in this ball game. Over to the near side, Williams out front. Over to the baseline. Timeout's going to be called by the Bobcats. So 3:52 left to go. The Bobcats 44, the Broncos 37. We'll be back right after this.
If your vehicle needs work on and you don't want to leave your home or office, then call Blackfoot Auto and Tire and they will pick up your vehicle for free, do the repairs, and deliver it right back to you so you don't have to leave the comfort of your home or office. Blackfoot Auto and Tire will do from oil changes to engine and transmission work. Plus, they have over 70 manufacturers of tires to choose from. So if they make the tire or wheel, they can get it. With a diesel mechanic on staff, they have you taken care of. That's Blackfoot Auto and Tire in the old Blackfoot Motors building on West Bridge in Blackfoot.
And welcome back here to Madison High School as the Broncos and Bobcats go at it. 3:52 left to go in the ball game. Bobcats 44, Broncos 37. Wilson out front. Off now to Williams. To Pierce, over to Thewison. Down inside, tipped away. Maldonado goes off him, I believe. It will be to the Bobcats. Maldonado tried to sell it to the officials. 3:36 left to go. Pierce will inbounds the ball. Comes to Thewison up top. Wilson way out, now Thewison way out. Over to Williams. Bobcats just keep pushing their way through, and inside to the low post to Wilson. Back out now to Thewison. Back out to Riker Pierce. Merrill sets it all up. Under 3 minutes now. Thewison. And now the foul's going to go against Wilson.
Yep. Pick foul. Wilson picks up number 3 is what I have.
Yep, you're right.
And they're calling that player control, so no shots.
Right. So Cannon will bring it down. Near side to Pearson. Back out now to Cannon. Over to the far wing.
I had to laugh at Maldonado and Pierce.
Spin inside by Pilster for the 2. 44-39. Back to a 5-point lead for the Bobcats. Thewison back out now. Goes down inside. Down to the baseline to Williams, and that's going to be Pearson with the foul.
Yeah, but is it going to be on the floor?
Yes. That'll only be the 16th foul, Pearson's first, with 2:21 left to go here in the ball game. 44 for the Bobcats, 39 for the Broncos. Into the corner, back out now to Pierce. Over to Merrill. Cannon will get picked up for the foul, too.
That's his second.
And that's going to start putting the Bobcats at the line for a 1-on-1. And Cannon, you know, when the whistle blew, he knew.
Oh, yeah.
You saw him grimace down there, but...
Well, if Madison's going to run this much air out of the ball, they need to foul.
Yeah, especially with the way Madison's been shooting. But Merrill hits the front end of it. 45-39, 2:16 left to go in the ball game. I mean, in the first half, Madison couldn't hit the foul shot for the broad side of the barn.
Nope.
Missing 10 free throws in the first half. Merrill misses that one. Now, Cannon comes in as Coach Hales gives him instructions. Bobcats back in a 2-3, it looks like. Bounce pass inside the Pilster, and he just powers his way in there. 157, up to a 4-point deficit for the Broncos as Pearson will be whistled for the foul. That's going to put Williams at the line. Bobcats, Steve, they either hit the free throws or they're in trouble. Broncos have this figured out if Bobcats don't make their free throws.
Foul them each time they're down.
Yeah, first one's up, good. 1:54 left, 46-41. Second one's no good. Cannon into the forecourt. Dishes it inside, and they're going to whistle Wilson for the foul.
Wilson will pick up his fourth.
1:44 left to go, 46-41.
Is that Maldonado?
Maldonado at the line. Shot is up and good. 46-42, a 4-point deficit for the Broncos. As close as they've been, Maldonado can pull it to 3. Does not. Pilster runs down Wilson. And we'll go to the other end of the floor with
Believe
1
it or
second
not,
off.
that's his first foul.
Yeah. Well, it's back to the situation of what we've talked about all game. Will the Bobcats make their free throws? Both teams now are going to be in the double bonus. Blackfoot has 19 fouls. Next foul puts everybody in the double bonus. Bobcats are over 10. Shot by Wilson is up and good. 47-42. Back to a 5-point lead. 1:43 left to go. Wilson will have his second shot. And makes it. I think he's one of the first ones to make two. That could be the Idaho Real Estate shot of the game.
The Wilson made.
Oh, where was that as Moore comes up with a big step in there. It's like, okay, if
the ball went in.
Yeah, I know. If I make a big enough step, maybe they won't think it's travel. Wilson into the forecourt, gives it off to Merrill. Down into the corner. Pierce spins around, stops, has the ball taken away from him from Maldonado. 1:20 left to go in the ball game. Pilster dishes it out. Pearson for 3, drains it.
My God.
48-45. Bobcats only a 3-point lead. Broncos a 3-point deficit. Thuison on the wing. And timeout's going to be called by the Bobcats. Something's not happening in there that Coach Hawkins wants to see. We're going to be back right after this.
When disaster turns your world upside down, call the local experts at ServPro. ServPro's quick response team is trained and equipped to help you regain control of your life. Whether it's fire, water, cleanup, or restoration, ServPro is there. ServPro experts will even help you with your insurance.
ServPro was prompt, professional, and did quality work. They helped me get my life back to normal, just like it never even happened.
Fire or water damage, call the local experts at ServPro, like it never even happened.
Dr. Tanjay's Brazil and Orem are pleased to help sponsor events here on TriStar ComNet. And when you need dental work, be sure to see Dr. Tanjay's Brazil and Orem Cosmetic and Family Dentistry located at 305 East 5th North in St. Anthony and at 204 Main Street in Ashton. Give their office a call to set up your appointment today. Call 624-3757 in St. Anthony or 652-7868 in Ashton. Dr. Tanjay's Brazil and Orem, because a healthy mouth is a healthy life.
And welcome back to Madison High School as the Bobcats inbound the ball. They bring it back out.
Oh.
And we've got Cannon's looking like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't foul him, and he didn't.
Merrill
he did
on
not.
The floor.
Well, but Merrill stepped out of his shoe. What happened
Yeah.
is I'm sure he stepped on the back of his shoe. Thuison with the inbounds. And, of course, they want a foul. That's going to be Moore.
And he'll pick up only his first. So
Moore and Pearson and Cannon. I mean, everybody except Maldonado is the designated fouler. Thuison misses the front. Now, if he makes the back end of it, he'll be perfect tonight. That's all he's done. Miss the front and hit the back. 48-45. Second shot. And good.
And he does.
He does it. Same
you
thing.
Did not jinx him.
Cannon bringing it up. Man, I'll tell you what. Gets
Whoa,
a big
what
pick
a pick
from Maldonado.
Gorgeous pick, really.
Inside now. That is going to be Pilster with the shot in for 2. Merrill down to 40 seconds. Bringing it up. And he'll be fouled by Maldonado, who will exit the ball game. 36.4 seconds. 49-47. Maldonado will exit, but he's not going to give anything up as Campbell will come in.
And he has a total of 4 points.
Yeah, you know, the thing about it is the Broncos, with 36.4 seconds left to go, they're in good shape. 49-47, they're only 2 down. What will be big is to have Merrill hit both of them, if you will. Merrill's first shot is up, and rolls in. Wow.
That's only one possession.
Right. And these guys, Broncos, can hit downtown threes. Merrill hits his second. They can hit downtown threes from 35 out or longer.
Well, we know Pearson can.
And he's got the ball right now. And timeout's going to be called as Moore had the ball. 24.9 seconds. The Broncos take timeout. We will be back right after this.
When you're looking to fuel up, whether for yourself or your vehicle, stop by Valleywide Home and Ranch at 1175 West Main in Rexburg. With great Exxon fuel for your vehicles and everything from water or your favorite soda to a hot meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Remember to pick up all your needs for around the house, from seeds to feed, from hats to boots, and everything in between. That's Valleywide Home and Ranch, 1175 West Main in Rexburg, your one-stop shop.
Hey, it's John Deere season now at Rocky Mountain Machinery in Blackfoot with great specials throughout the store. Check on details on certain models of walk-behind snow throwers, where there's no interest when paid in full within 9 months of purchase. Good through January 31st, 2012. Or at Rocky Mountain Machinery in Blackfoot, get cash rebates on certain John Deere batteries before the cold weather really sets in. Rocky Mountain Machinery in Blackfoot, locally owned and operated for 47 years to better serve you. See them at 1102 West Bridge in Blackfoot, your John Deere dealer, where nothing runs like a deer. Rocky Mountain Machinery.
And welcome back here to Madison High School. We've got 24.9 seconds. The Broncos with the inbounds play after they take the timeout. As they bring it in, Pilster gets it back out. Pearson for three. Off balance. Up with it is Pierce. Off to Merrill. He'll push the floor down to 13 seconds. Evading, and evades again. Inside for the chip shot is Wilson. He misses it, but he's fouled. That's two chip shots Wilson's missed tonight. Well, we told you Rigby just annihilated Skyline tonight. In a final, Hillcrest has defeated, Shelley has defeated Hillcrest 79-77 in a close game. Firth wins over whoever they played, 40-30, I don't remember. Wilson's shot is up, no good. 7.7 seconds. 4-point lead. Crucial free throw by Wilson here. Putting it back to a 5-point lead and does so. Long throw down to Moore. A huge three-pointer shot. No good. It's going to go out of bounds off of Blackfoot. It will be Madison's to bring in with 2.8 seconds left. Williams in the backcourt. No need to do anything else, as it is a 52-47 win for the Madison Bobcats as they come up with the win here tonight against the Blackfoot Broncos. They got the Broncos at Blackfoot by 3. They only get them by 5 here at the Bobcat Den. The congratulatory handshake there in front of us. Again, we'll be back with all the information here in the McDonald's postgame show as we will do that when we return right after this.
Keeping up with your finances is very important. At the Bank of Commerce, you can take your banker with you anywhere, anytime. Mobile and text message banking are as simple as texting your friends. Not a Bank of Commerce customer? Visit any branch near you and open your account. If you're already a customer, sign up for mobile banking by visiting bankofcommerce.org. It's that easy. Member FDIC.
The Bank of Commerce, the bank of a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Dr. Monica Berger, chiropractic physician and exercise physiologist. Did you know that 1 in 6 children in the U.S. are being diagnosed with a neurodevelopmental disorder? At Eagle Canyon Wellness and Sensory Development Center, we offer natural health care options for the entire family, including those with ADHD, learning disorders, autism spectrum, and sensory processing disorder. I'm excited to announce my 20th year in practice, and I'm proud to be serving the southeastern Idaho region.
Eagle Canyon Wellness Center, 346-7763, EagleCanyonWellness.com.
Are you Kiwi Loco? At Kiwi Loco, it's your yogurt, your way. Make it. Weigh it. Pay it. Enjoy. Our yogurt has all the benefits of live active cultures.
So go loco at Kiwi Loco, 160 West, 2nd South, Suite 106 in Rexburg, in Hemming Village. Kiwi Loco. Stone Ridge Dental at 295 Anderson Road in Shelley, and Dr. Kurt Carpenter is pleased to announce their exciting new technology, 3D cone beam technology, which takes just 14 seconds to produce a three-dimensional image. This new technology increases precise assessment of bone structure and all anatomic features with exact spatial dimensions, which benefits patients for implantology, oral surgery, periodontics, and orthodontics. This new technology is comfortable and safe and allows for a complete diagnosis. So see Stone Ridge Dental and Dr. Kurt Carpenter and the new 3D cone beam technology for less pain and precise computer-aided dental surgery. Stone Ridge Dental. Call 357-7900. That's 357-7900. Or see them at 295 Anderson Road, Shelley. At Basic Living, 153 North, 2nd East in Rexburg, we can help you become more self-reliant. The new Basic Living store is your one-stop shop for food storage, canning, gardening, and a wide range of kitchen accessories and tools from Bosch machines, grain mills, dehydrators, juicers, and much more. Remember our special educational how-to presentations right in our store. So stop in at Basic Living, 153 North, 2nd East in Rexburg, or call 656-0411. Or if you're out of the area, call 1-888-656-0411. Basic Living, providing food storage and other products to help you become more self-reliant. Okay, you're tired of the same old candy bars. What can you do? Your solution is now in Rexburg at 155 West Main Street, number 2. It's running for sweets. That's right. Now you can pick out what you like, from bulk Jelly Bellies and taffy to great chocolate from other countries to just strange candies. Now you can find it all at Running for Sweets, 155 West Main, number 2 in Rexburg. If it's not running for sweets, it's just boring candy. Running for sweets. Now you can experience the Brolam's fresh food difference with locations near you in Rigby, Rexburg, St. Anthony, and Driggs. We're right where you need us. With a wide variety of Western family foods, we won't stress your budget. Be sure to stop by our fantastic in-store meat market along with our world-class deli. Pick up some of the freshest produce along with fresh bread and treats in our bakery. And stop by the pharmacy for your prescriptions and medicine needs. So come where your satisfaction is guaranteed. Brolam's, where you can see the difference. You're watching TriStar ComNet at EISNLive.com, where we bring you more high school sports and more community events live and archived than any other broadcaster.
And welcome back here to the McDonald's postgame show. Glad to have you along with us here this evening as the Madison Bobcats come out over the Blackfoot Broncos here this evening in a 52-47 win. That will put the Bobcats to an 8-1 record in the conference. We know Shelley has won tonight. They will go to 4-4 on their record as they defeated Hillcrest tonight 79-77. And Hillcrest will go to 4-5 for their conference record. Blackfoot drops to 2-7. As Bonneville, let's see, where do we? I don't know about Bonneville. I don't know who they played tonight. Rigby has defeated. I mean, they beat Rigby beat Skyline tonight 73-55. Jones had 17, McCullough had 14, and Peoples had 12 for the Rigby Trojans. This final here tonight, Bobcats 52, Broncos 47. Let's see. I think we've got a lot of those for you already. Let's go back here. Yeah. Shelley defeats Hillcrest 79-77, and Firth wins tonight 40-30 in their ball game tonight. So the Blackfoot Broncos now drop to 6-11 on the season. The Bobcats go to 14-5, if you can believe that, as they are now only one game away from the end of their regular season. Taking a look here at the turnovers for the Madison Bobcats, they had 5 in the first and 5 in the second, Then they turned around, only had 2 in the third and 2 in the fourth. So a total of 4 there in the second half. 14 turnovers for the night for the Madison Bobcats. For the Blackfoot Broncos, they had 3 turnovers in the third, 5 turnovers in the fourth, a total of 8 turnovers there in the second half to go with their 14 of the first half. That's 22 turnovers. Turnovers, obviously, in this sense, have now played a part in this loss for the Broncos here tonight. Bobcats led by as many as 17. The Broncos pulled it to within 3 and just could not pull it up the last little bit in trying to put it all together. And Steve, we close?
Yeah.
All right, Steve, what do you got for us in the scoring situation?
Okay. For Blackfoot Broncos, starting off, Norton 2 in the second half for his 2. Pilster 11 and 11 for 22.
Wow.
Pearson all 5 points in the second half. Cannon with a total of 3. Katsayanis did not score. Moore 9 points. Maldonado 4 in the second half. Then Campbell did not score. Denning and Archibald did not score. How they scored, they were 14 for 20 from the charity stripe, shooting inside, 14 for 35. From the three-point range, 2 for 11. That gave them 16 for 46. They shot 34.7%. That is low.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But we have Madison. And now for the Bobcats, Merrill picked up 3 charity stripes in the second half for his 3.
Which, by the way, was amazing in the basis of the way the Bobcats
shot tonight. Yeah. Well, wait till you see their percentages. Williams 6 and 4 for a total of 10. Dayton 3 in the first half. Sutton did not score. Then Pierce 9 in the first half, 2 in the second half for a total of 11. Wilson picked up 5 from the charity stripe for a total of 5 points. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Then Lee 9 points in the second half. Going down, Thuison scored in all 4 quarters for a total of 11 points. Anderson on the floor did not score, and Jackson on the floor and did not score. How Madison shot. Charity stripe, 16 for 32. They raised it up a little.
50%. Yeah, they were 8 of 18.
Yeah, 8 of 18. So they picked it up there at the end. Merrill helped a little,
yes.
2 for 2. But from the floor, they were 13 for 36 inside, 3 for 14 outside, gave them 16 for 50. They shot 32%.
Wow. That is I'm sure
That
Coach
is not
Hawks is not going to be pleased with that.
That's low. And they came away with a win. Now, how they compared, of course, Blackfoot with only 4 points in the first quarter. That's a huge difference in the game. 4-14. Second quarter, they matched up 14-14. In the third quarter, it was Blackfoot 14, Madison 12. And in the fourth quarter, it was Blackfoot 15, Madison 12.
Wow.
So the big difference was the 10-point difference in the first quarter.
First quarter, yeah.
Because Blackfoot chipped back in.
Absolutely. Well, this is the McDonald's postgame show. Glad to have you along with us. Bruce Erger and Steve Bowen with you here on EISNlive.com. We'll be back with the awards here in the postgame show right after this.
What are you doing?
Stealing a pickle off your Big Mac?
Please don't.
Okay.
The Big Mac needs every pickle, okay? Like it needs all the onions, the lettuce, the cheese, the 100% beef. I don't think you get the consequences of your pickle thievery, and maybe you don't get me.
I'll put the pickle back.
I'd appreciate it.
The legendary Big Mac sandwich. The simple joy of complete fulfillment.
Double your fulfillment at your local McDonald's and get 2 classic Big Mac sandwiches for only $3.50. Hurry in, this offer won't last long.
Amazing news from DirecTV. New customers will now get a free whole home upgrade. That's 1 HD DVR plus 3 HD receiver upgrades free. So you can start watching a show in one room and finish in any other. You can watch in the bedroom, then the parlor, then your toddler's room, then your teens.
Duh.
What will they think of next? How about free HD in every room, plus locking in your savings for 2 years? No one comes close to DirecTV. Not with over 210 all-digital channels, free HBO, Starz, Showtime, and Cinemax for 3 months. So march into the future with DirecTV today.
See Satellite Services at 241 South, 5th West in Rexburg. Call them at 208-477-6539.
Limit 1 remote viewing at a time. 2-year lease agreement required. Whole home upgrade includes upgrades and install in up to 4 rooms only. Free HD requires auto bill pay. Offers valid with qualifying packages only and 11/23/11. Additional fees apply. Eligibility for 2-year savings based on zip code. New approved customers only. Other conditions apply. Call for details.
You're watching TriStar ComNet at EISNlive.com, where we bring you more high school sports and more community events live and archived than any other broadcaster.
Welcome back here to the McDonald's postgame show. And, Steve, I got to tell you, what a fun night tonight. I mean, even for the Blackfoot Broncos, because guess what? They chipped that back at it.
Their way
they
back
were down
in.
by 17 at one point, and they made their way back.
Well, yeah, in that first quarter, being down 10, they played a heck of a game. And, of course, Pilster, that young man is fun to watch.
He is. He is. Boy, and you know what? And I told you going into the game, didn't I, Steve?
Yeah.
The Blackfoot Broncos are 3-point shooters, man. They are good, and they dead-eyed a number of them. Not a lot tonight.
No.
But the ones that, man.
Well, that Pearson, number 4, hit one standing just about at the M on the far side, and that sucker was nothing but net.
Yep, absolutely. So, well, time now for the awards here this evening for the Mountain River Floor Coverings Drive of the Game here tonight. Steve?
Okay, we're going to go with a steel drive and all the way to the bucket for the 8th point in the first quarter, and that goes to Robert Thewison.
All right, that is a great steal and a drive all the way
Great
down.
drive.
So the Mountain River Floor Covering Drive of the Game goes to Robert Thewison. Mountain River Floor Coverings inside St. Anthony, where you drive a little and save a lot. Now, taking a look at the Idaho's real estate shot of the game tonight.
Well, this was a fun one because this was a young man that was driving to do a reverse layup. Everybody packed to block the reverse layup, and he just leaned backwards. I don't know how he did it.
Well, I don't either.
He got the ball up in the air and in, and that was Williams in the first quarter.
Spencer Williams, what an amazing shot. And we said at that time, that could be the Idaho real estate shot of the game. And it ended up being because that was an amazing shot. So congratulations to Spencer Williams for the Idaho's real estate shot of the game. Now for the McDonald's player of the game here tonight. Yeah, we could say all seniors, but there was one senior that did a wonderful job.
Yeah, and he's been a starter all year, and he's done a great job. He's done some on offense, and a little on defense, but tonight You know, you and I talked about who's going to guard the number one player, Pilster. And that went on Thuison's shoulders. And I'll tell you, he played him tough. But Pilster's just a phenomenal athlete.
He really
is.
And
I thought he did a great job on defense.
He did a great job on defense. Steals. And then he turned around and put some points on the board, too.
Yeah, he put 11 points on the board. He had 8 in the first half, 3 in the second half, and he did score in all 4 quarters.
There you go. Robert Thuison for the McDonald's Player of the Game here this evening. Well, a great game here tonight, Steve. Just a fun thing. These Bobcats will not play again until they play on the 10th of February. That is a week from tonight, and they will play at Shelley.
And, you know, in Shelley, if you want to go watch a fun team shoot from the outside, Shelley can crank them out there.
Yeah,
and we were talking about Cannon, and, of course, there's a Cannon on the Blackfoot team, but he's not the Cannon that can shoot from Shelley.
No. That week that I had the opportunity to do 3 of those Shelley Russett's games there for the boys, on that Saturday when I went to South Fremont to do that game, and McKay Cannon for the Shelley Russet stepped out there against South Fremont and popped 5 threes in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he is fun to watch.
He is. Well, that pretty well wraps it up for us here tonight, Steve.
Yes,
any final thoughts?
No, just I'm feeling kind of bad. We only have 1 game left. But,
I know.
Hey, district tournament is always a lot of fun.
And if the Bobcats can win out one more game, they will host for every game they play at district tournament.
Yep, and
Rigby
trails by 1. So
Rigby trails
that's
by
close.
1. But, boy, I'll tell you what, those Trojans came on hard tonight.
Yes, they did. They were trailing.
No.
No, weren't they?
No, they won. 70,
I know they won.
70. They were ahead all the time.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were trailing.
No. They won going away.
Okay.
So 73-52 or something like that. It was.
Yeah,
it was not
the ending score was not close.
Yeah, and of course Shelley got over Hillcrest tonight, 79-77.
Well, good for Shelley.
Yeah.
Shelley can put up a lot of points.
They can. They put up 83 against these Blackfoot Broncos. At Blackfoot. Yeah, so. All right, Steve, thank you very much.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Don't forget tomorrow night, Steve will have the girls on for you as the Bobcats will take on the Rigby Trojans at Rigby. That's a big game down there, 7 o'clock.
And, Bruce, I don't know, and I apologize for this because I've been out of it, but I don't know where the girls stand in district. I mean, is this the last game? Or?
This is the championship game of the winner's bracket.
Championship game of the winner's bracket?
Of the winner's bracket. The winner of this game will go over and wait for everybody else to come back to the other side to play the championship game. So that's how important this game is.
Oh, wow. At Rigby.
Yes.
So,
the other
we
game
need your
tomorrow
support.
night.
Those girls want you there.
Absolutely. The other game tomorrow night will be Bonneville hosting Hillcrest. Whoever wins that game, whoever loses that game's out. Whoever wins that game will come play the loser of the Rigby Madison game tomorrow night. And then up at South Fremont, we'll also have the 2As on, 2 games up there, a loser out game and the winner's bracket game.
Wow.
So lots of games still going on here on EISNlive.com.
Now, Madison, our district, as I understand, will be sending 2.
2,
so
correct.
Madison's right in there to go to state.
Absolutely. And the way the Hillcrest Lady Knights played last night, Bonneville's got something to look out for. The Knights could be the ones coming up around. So, all right, that pretty well wraps it up for us here tonight. Again, that final from the Bobcat Den. Bobcats 52, the Broncos of Blackfoot 47. For Steve Bowen and for TriStar TriStar Broadcasting at EISNlive.com, With entertainment, information, sports, and news, I'm Bruce Herker saying good night, everyone.
The preceding copywritten broadcast has been a presentation of EISNlive.com and TriStar ComNet, your community network with entertainment, information, sports, and news. Please remember to say thank you to the many sponsors from your community that make these broadcasts possible. If you would like to be a part of these broadcasts, please contact TriStar Broadcasting at sportspress@yahoo.com. These broadcasts are intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this event without the express consent of TriStar Broadcasting is prohibited. Join us for our next broadcast right here on EISNlive.com and TriStar ComNet, your community network with entertainment, information, sports, and news.